That means I got to put this.
We're recording now.
I know. Hi. Oh, hi. You just caught us doing a little bit of the social media right now. In case you're wondering, this is Open Bar by Tequila Aficionado Media. I'm Mike Morales.
I'm Lisa Peach.
This is Lisa tweeting as we speak. We are tweeting right now, live tweeting, which we've been known to do on occasion.
It's happened.
It's happened. Yeah. You know, when you're as hot in social media as we are.
It is warm in here.
Yeah, it is. We have a fan on, but you can't really see that. If you're wondering why we have these bottles behind us, it's the coolest thing. We are going to have our special guest tonight, as soon as he's able to sign. Bradley Large is a member of the Del Bravo Spirits Company. And
there he is.
Those folks are the ones responsible for these two Tequila Aficionado Brands of Promise winning tequilas behind us. The pink one is Diva Tequila, which won last year for Best Infused Tequila. And as a guy, I got to tell you, I'm not into infused tequilas and pink tequilas. Hey, Brad, pink tequilas are great, but these are very well done. And this little baby right there, we'll bring this down a little bit later, that is Route 66. That is the Platinum Award winning.
Wearing my colors.
Yeah, she's wearing the colors. Can we hear her? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, but see, we got to
That's a sweet shirt.
Who do we have to sleep with to get a Route 66 shirt, man? Do you have any idea when you went on the tour with us at the Dia de los Muertos tour? We took pictures of stuff, and I got to tell you, there's metal signs, and we were at the Route 66 Casino in Albuquerque, which I was familiar with. It was fun.
We got some crazy, silly pictures.
Yeah,
they're still not out yet. We got so much stuff from that tour.
We're still writing it out.
Good. Well,
how are you, man? Where are you right now?
I'm in Puerto Penasco, Mexico, right now.
He's in Penasco. Wow. Okay, so you got a little bit of a delay there, but that's okay.
Thank you for making time for us.
Yeah, thanks for coming on board.
If I were in Puerto Penasco, I would be telling y'all to just go on.
Well, you can follow Bradley. He does a lot of his own social media for himself and parts of I guess Diva and also Route 66 and Penasco Tequila, which Alex and I have done the sipping off the cuffs for. Now, but whenever he's on his mountain bike or his racing bike, because you do racing, I think that's what it is that you're doing. You take pictures.
Why don't you let him tell you what? Let him talk.
Well, I'm just kind of telling people, they can if you're on Facebook or something. These are all these beautiful pictures of him on his bike, right? He takes these selfies, and there's like this beautiful, sunset behind you or something.
My family doesn't like that I send videos while I'm going 35 miles an hour down a hill, but
yeah, because it goes down like this, right? You one of those GoPros.
I'm working on that.
GoPro on your helmet.
That's my next investment, I think, just to give me something else to do.
That'd be cool.
Here he is, Bradley Large, going onto his next call.
Yeah, I figured, Rick, if I've got to travel for work, and we drive everywhere we go. We drive, in Texas, we're around Corpus and Houston, Dallas, down in the valley, kind of all over the place. So I just take my bike with me everywhere I go, and once I get done with all my work stuff, and then I'll go out for an hour or two ride, and then head back.
Way to still fit on the road.
Well, but you do a lot of miles. How many miles do you normally do? Because the last picture I saw a little bit earlier today, you did
yesterday I was in Fredericksburg, and I went for a 60-mile ride in Fredericksburg. And mostly I wanted to go sightsee. I had heard that it was the best place in Texas to ride your bike, so I wanted to go see why. And it was good. It was really
lot of wineries, I
And was
imagine,
it?
right?
You know,
Was
I
there a lot
didn't
of
really see
wineries?
any on my ride, but there's a lot of winding hills, winding roads, a lot of hills, and that's a lot of the reason is it's pretty difficult terrain to ride in. So they say riding 70, 80 miles in that area is like doing a 100-mile ride on the flatland. So
No doubt.
Wow. Now, is this mountain biking or race
Yeah,
biking? Because I think you're racing, aren't you? I'm not sure what they
everybody
call
calls it a
but
road bike.
I know what a mountain bike looks like.
But I
bike,
do
okay.
competitive racing.
Lance
That's probably the main reason that I do my cycling. I don't really do a whole lot of other events that aren't races. I try and get in a lot of competitive races and do like the Tour of Tucson, Tour de Scottsdale. There's a Tour de Mesa coming up. Some races in Texas that I'm getting involved in now, and some other parts too. So I just sent off to have a new jersey made for Tequila Penasco. So he's sporting.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
They're going to sponsor you now.
No.
Yeah, like you know the owner, right?
For those of you who aren't aware, Bradley Large and his father, Larry Large, are Del Bravo. Yeah. They are
Del Bravo Imports.
Del Bravo Imports, and they import Penasco tequila, Diva tequila, Route 66 tequila, and I guess there's more in the offing, right? I mean, you have more coming. You're just not telling us. I know you're kind of dripping this information.
Yeah, no,
say it quietly.
I was trying to figure out how to get through this conversation without spilling the beans on some of this stuff. So.
What we were going to ask?
Well, there's something exciting that you've done recently, at least in the last part of 2015, and brought it with you on 2016. Is it you have a couple of you have a famous Dallas cowboy that has become part of the Del Bravo family in one way or another, and I think I was with you when you guys were discussing that once before. We were at lunch or something, and all of a sudden he gets a phone call from a Dallas cowboy. Next thing I know, a month later, here's Tony Dorsett, right? And how did that come about? What exactly? I mean, I know he's kind of like your spokesperson for the entire portfolio. Is that right?
We met him about a year ago. We do a lot of work with some cowboy tailgates and some cowboy fan clubs. So we met him, and he discovered our product kind of at the same time when we met each other, and he was pretty interested in what we had going on and really liked, the portfolio that we had more than just one brand offer, and wanted to figure out how to get involved with us as well. And so it was a pretty natural fit for us with the work that we were already doing through the cowboy fan clubs and things like that we do. So.
Is he a big tequila guy?
Not really.
Is he a big tequila guy?
He was always kind of a vodka guy, and yeah. So what he discovered was the Penasco Silver, and kind of as a comparison, I think. But he drinks it with cranberry. That's his favorite way to drink it.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay, like a Cape Cod or something, like a Cape Cod tall. I used to. Because I know that there's another famous ex-Dallas cowboy who's kind of become involved with another tequila. That's kind of why I was wondering if this was something that he was looking for, or is it just kind of you guys just kind of fell into each other's
more than anything. It was just through common friends and people that we work with in the business, and that's kind of how we came to meet each other. And so what we've done, we really do a lot more with the Penasco brand. I can kind of show it to you here, but than anything with him. So he does a lot of work with us on the Penasco brand. So one of the things that we did we had mentioned to you guys before, we came out with a new bottle for Tequila Penasco, and we started rolling it out in the last couple months.
Right.
And
I think I have an empty of that bottle. I believe you.
But I
think
have
that's up in my
first
shelf.
generation and the most recent generation. Our first generation had a plastic cap on it, and the pour spout we found was not bar friendly, so we changed that up right away and came out with a metal cap, and it evolved into something that stands out a little bit better on the shelf, a little better presentation, and has a cork enclosure. Yes,
oh, good deal. That's a synthetic cork, right?
Because of Tony's involvement and his partnership, we included him on the cap.
Oh, cool! That's cool.
Very nice.
And it's first available in the Texas market right now, and we'll be getting out from there. So we started with the Penasco Plata, and next to come out will be the Reposado at the end of this month, and then the Añejo next month. And so little by little, we'll be rolling it out. The extra Añejo will stay the same as our teardrop shaped bottle. It stands out a little bit different than the rest, but a few different things we've included.
Very nice.
So the original bottle's going
yes,
away.
It is,
and
for those who know, it's a stock bottle. So it's something that other tequila companies have used, and so we wanted to get away from that, but we didn't want to lose the identity. So we with a lot of similar features that the bottle has, and then made it a little bit taller, and overall height is about the same, but it looks a little taller. So.
Nice.
Well, it's nice. I like it because it's still visually attractive. You know, a lot of what you guys have done is really, besides of course spending the money on the juice, is the logos. You know, the each one has its own separate identity, which is really nice because it's not, you know, unlike some other companies that like to keep the same identity. You guys have completely, you know, you got one line for Diva and you have one line for Route 66.
Yeah, you guys really make each one stand out.
Yeah, we wanted
on its own.
Mostly to be
and
have, you know, each of them have their own unique identity and let them stand out in their individual markets, because they all definitely have their own demographics and places in the market. So. And we tie it all together, and people recognize them as Del Bravo brands. So, you know, most places that we go recognize that the three are together, that they come from the same family and same distillery, and it helps us definitely in what we're trying to do. We want everybody to know that we're a family of brands, and we're growing as well. Del Bravo Imports, being the parent company, is also our premier brand that we hope to come out with by the end of this year. So,
yeah. I got to tell you, man. First of all, congratulations on.
I got a platinum.
On a platinum.
Route 66.
The Route 66 was unanimous between the three of us who are the judges of the Brands of Promise Awards, and I got to tell you, man, it was hands down, you know, and it was this year for 2015, the 2015
there was a lot
season,
of competition this year.
There
really
had a lot to
was
taste this year.
It was
There's a lot.
Stiff competition, yeah. And I got to tell you, congratulations on that, because really we fell in love with it. You tell the people, tell the folks out there.
I fell in love with it when it was still in a jar.
When you gave us the sample. Look at the packaging on this thing, and we've shown it several times. Can you tell us, Brad, where people can find you, you know, right now, and what states you're located, and where they can find this? Because They're going to want everybody we've ever shown it to, from car guys to motorcycle people, love your bottle.
Everybody loves it.
Everybody loves it. But then when they taste it,
Yeah.
it really is an eye-opener.
And you know, people don't expect it to be, and that was one of the things when we developed the product that we wanted to make sure the quality was as good as the presentation. That we weren't going to do something different than what we normally do. We want to feature premium brands that not only stand out, on the shelf in the market, but are products that people are going to want to enjoy, over and over again. And where these aren't just collector items where people just buy one bottle and never open it. We want them to enjoy the product inside and have 2 or 3 or 4, and
Yeah, once you pop, you just can't stop.
Well, the other thing about this particular bottle, because it is so elaborate and because of the type of bottling that it is a 375. It's not a full 750. So this is it's built for speed and it's not a hog. It's not, I tell you, but we've
had a lot of bars ask us when we're going to come out with something bigger and.
Yeah, the big liter size with the with the big handlebars or something. But these are when it comes to bottle making, it has to be really compact in order for it to work. There were so many elements with this bottle. Number one,
there's so much detail.
Yeah, but number one, it can't leak. You know what I mean? So the cork has to be synthetic and long enough. And then you have to shrink wrap it in a certain way. So there was a lot of work that went into the packaging. Never mind, the hand blowing and stuff. But as we have said over and over again, even if you judged it by its cover, open it and sip it because it really is. It's a very elegant sipper.
That we wanted to make sure were included. One being a way to grab onto it and hold it when you're pouring it. Part of the reason we wanted to make sure the tank was big enough that you could grab a hold of it, that it didn't slip out of your hands, and then the detail in the bike.
Yeah, a big tank is very important.
A few more things on the bottle that I know Alex had touched on when you guys did the sipping off the cup. He had noticed a couple of the initials on there, and
I didn't notice those until because I was aware of them. I was aware of them with the Diva, because you've got the 4 initials, and I think your father Larry explained it to us. It was just all family members, in their initials at the bottom. But I didn't notice the ones here. So
on the left side of the bike at the bottom, there's a BML Junior, which is it's my nephew. So he's Junior, and the other side is CDL, which is my son. And
cool!
And then the XL on the bike seat for my father, and then one of our partners is on the front wheel there.
Getting run over.
A lot of features. The Eagle, which is very important in the Del Bravo brand, and you'll see it on all of our packaging somewhere. And it's something that's been with my father since he's owned his first company. So he feels like the Eagle stands out above the rest, and he wants to make sure that it's a part of everything that he does. So
that's the thing that really that Lisa and I were impressed with is it's so detailed, but when you look at it overall, you think, it's a motorcycle bottle, but each of the symbols means something, and it's very similar to another tequila company that has done that with their logo. You do it with your bottles, and that each of the symbols actually means something, and primarily it just means family. And that's what I loved about this, about the whole family of Del Bravo brands, is that they really are a family.
In the bottom of the Diva bottle, which we had talked about, was around the outside are the initials of all the spouses' wives. And then in the middle are my father's granddaughters. So my 3 daughters and my niece. And what happened was he was showing it to the grandsons at the same time, and they said, "Well, what about us?" So that's how they got onto the bike. So.
Wow.
That's cool. See, this is what this is all about. Open bar is about discussing family and really truly, you guys, it's a family business. I know you guys all work as hard as possible, and to be involved with Del Bravo is really to be involved with a family of brands. And I can't wait to see what else you guys have, in the hopper, because I know that on occasion,
it's always good.
Yeah, on a couple of occasions, you guys have been with us right here at the table with us at home, and there are lots of times we're really privy to some information that we can't divulge. And it's
like that first taste of Route 66.
That first taste of Route 66. I still have I have the empty bottle that we had gotten the sample with. It
was like a mason jar. It was like it was great.
We tasted that.
Larry pulled it out, and we're like, well, what's this?
What's this?
Is this moonshine?
Oh man! And it just opened up our eyes. And from that day on, every time that we sample it, or we've had other people sample the tequila, it is a complete eye opener. It really is eye-opening flavor. But before we go on, I want to know, which states are you in, and can anybody get these bottles if they're looking at them right now? Where would someone can they order?
There are a couple of sites online that are selling Route 66 and Diva online. One of them is the Wine and Cheese Place in St. Louis. They have an online catalog, and they sell our products there. And also the tequila store in San Diego.
Z Tequila.
Yeah, Old Town.
Old Town Liquors.
And so we're now in a variety of states with each product. Most of the states are carrying all of our products that we're in. So,
which states are those? Which state are you in right now? I do. Obviously, Texas and Arizona.
Right? Colorado have all of our products, and South Carolina as well.
Cool.
We're also in.
The Carolinas are a hotbed for tequila right now. The Deep South, people unaware, tequila and mezcal, even though some of those states tend to be control states, but they are really it's an emerging market for tequila. The people there are really appreciative. They get craft, and so is Colorado for that matter. As far as I'm concerned, you guys are all in the right places.
Also in the Dakotas, we started in the Dakotas when we went to Sturgis.
You went to Sturgis with that bike, huh?
That's where we launched the product 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. So that was the first place we wanted to let it out and let people find out about it. So
now, is Sturgis a regular? Is that an annual thing for you guys? Are you going to be doing that every year?
Not necessarily. We do sponsor a lot of bike rallies. We do 3 different rallies in Texas right now. We've sponsored rallies in Arizona, and looking at a few more in a few other states as well. So we do a lot of stuff with the rallies, with all of our tequilas, not just Route 66. So anywhere we go, we take everything with us. So we want people to know that what they find in one product, they're going to find in our whole portfolio. So.
I enjoy, we have been at a couple of shows where Del Bravo has had booths, and we're talking either consumer shows or trade shows. And I love your booth, the way you guys dress it up, because each of these tequilas really has its own personality and its own flavor profile. This is not the same juice that you slap another label on. It really isn't.
It's different.
Each one is a different flavor profile, and it's a different personality, And so when you visit Del Bravo, if you ever see them at a trade show or a tasting show, you'll notice that each, even within the same booth, each product has its own identity.
Each member of the family has its own seat at the table.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I'm a writer. It's what I do.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, she's a mom. That's what she does.
And each one, with the Penasco, we wanted to come out with a quality product for our own bars and restaurants here in Puerto Penasco, and that's kind of how we got started. We were bottling for our own consumption here, and found that a lot of people wanted to be able to buy it in the States, and mostly Arizona. Arizona is the closest destination, where tourism comes from. And so that's where we got our start, was in Arizona with Tequila Penasco, and then got into West Texas and kind of grew from there. And out of that, came Route 66 and Diva, and trying to find ways to get into different areas of the market. So, the Penasco brand retails from mid to upper 20s, and is something that we wanted to make sure that was affordable for everybody, and still had the quality as some of the more premium tequilas on the market. And Diva definitely is something that stands out a little bit different, has its own market, and what's probably the greatest, one of the greatest things about this product is, you take it into a bar, restaurant, or liquor store, and you get guys to try it, and they don't want to try it, but once they do, they fall in love with it. And so,
I
Yeah,
do.
Alex and I said the same thing, because we get in fact, for 2016, our Sipping Off the Cuff episodes, we get several infused tequilas, and one in particular that we're going to be doing, but they're becoming more and more popular, and some of them tend to be. We did a review for 2015 that they were so syrupy, and they were made with a mixto tequila. Not that
I still feel dirty having had to taste that one.
It's not that it's a bad thing, because there's a market for everything. The neat thing about Brad and Larry is that they see a need and they fill it. And so this was a need, but the bottom line is it had to be done right, because we've already seen what everybody else is doing wrong. And as a guy, I got to tell you, this is one of the best infused tequilas, and I've had them all. We've had them all come across our tables.
That brilliant cut diamond stopper.
It's like the Barbie doll of tequila bottles.
It's the Barbie doll of tequilas,
and it's so cool because it really,
she's like badass Barbie.
Yeah, she's badass Barbie.
Yeah.
Any guy, he may be, what's the word? Embarrassed to buy it, but I gotta tell you, there's only one other pink tequila, that I've had that opened my eyes, and it wasn't an infused tequila actually, but this one is so well made, and the flavors are natural, which is what I really enjoy, because some of the other ones are so over the top. I mean, really over the top. We're talking jalapenos, and we're talking tropical fruit and chocolate and all this stuff. And it's like, this was grapefruit. It's a perfect pairing. It's almost
Yeah.
like tequila
Yeah,
pear.
a lot of
I
people
love it.
say that it's like having, you know, the lime already in it, or, you know, your margarita with triple sec already added, or something like that. So it's
Well, it's a grapefruit, so it's almost like having a paloma. Really, it's like a paloma in a
Yeah.
you know, without hiding it from the
Right.
can or anything like that.
Now, we have Brian M. Large Sr.
yeah.
He's got to be a family
That's
member.
that's
I
my
can't-
brother. He's in Denver, tuning in with us from Denver, Colorado tonight.
Woohoo!
Hi, Brian from Denver.
What's up, man? By the way, if any of the family members or any, I know that especially here in Texas, you have a gal that's your brand ambassador here for most of the Dallas area, or Dallas and San Antonio, somewhere.
She's doing
along.
a great job, by the way.
Yeah, great social media. She's on top of everything. You know, if you guys are watching, and feel free to jump in if you want, if you don't mind being on camera, because obviously we don't. You know, that's what we call it, open bar.
Yeah.
We've been fortunate
to jump in,
to have
hi.
from
Where if Tony Dorsett
Come on,
is
Tony.
watching, please call in.
Stop.
yeah. We
Talk to Tony.
from basically the bottom to the top, from the people on the street helping us with sales and marketing, through the people in our office. We have a small office. We're a small company for sure, and everybody's really been great to work with. We've been fortunate to have great employees, great people to help us out and help see our brands move forward. And they do more than their fair share, like all of us. And we're very thankful to have everybody with us. And couldn't do it without them. Couldn't do it without the partners in the business. And they're definitely well appreciated with everything that they've done. They've helped us from the beginning, whether it's selling tequila out of the trunk in Arizona, you know, going door to door, knocking on doors, and you know, we're still doing it, but we're getting better at it, and more organized.
There's not always closed anymore.
Yeah.
You know, who you know, because each of these tequilas has its own personality. I'm kind of interested to find out who does your graphic, who comes up with the ideas.
You guys have some
logo.
great graphics.
Yeah, I mean, she's wearing the Route 66, you know, bandana, and she has a pink one, by the way,
these.
which was really cool. You know, the other day you had if any of you want to follow Brad Large or Route 66 or Diva, you can do that on Facebook,
And
Twitter.
don't forget the Diva glass.
Yeah.
I love these snifters. And you know, we had these at a party at the it was an author party that you guys were kind enough to send us glasses and some Diva, but it was for the Wild Wicked weekend last year. And these glasses, man, everybody was all about the Diva glasses. They were, you know, I could hear them whispering across the room, do you think I could get away with taking one of these glasses? They all wanted the glasses. And then, of course, you know, there were the ones who wanted to take the bottles, too.
And just recently you had like the new T-shirts come out. Who thinks of this stuff?
Somebody's really doing a great job.
Yeah, who's having fun with the ad
It's
specs?
basically a collaboration of everybody involved, and we try and keep it as open as possible as far as the way we're going to market our brands, and get input all the time from everybody in the office, our sales staff, and everybody. I kind of coordinate most of the marketing stuff and work with our graphics designers on that stuff, and but the ideas come basically from everybody. We all kind of put forth what we think is going to work, and for different areas of the market, different situations and events that are going on and things like that. So we try and at least give everybody something new to.
Alex and I kind of went over the story of how the Diva bottle came into existence, which is a great story because it really is a family kind of story. But that's why I was wondering, you know, how, because these are really, they're so unique. that in the past these would be considered collector's bottles, and they still are, but it's not something where you want to. It's not a one-off. You know what I mean? It's something you can continue.
Drink the tequila.
You have to. That's just it. It's not like you've seen those collectors tequilas. They're ceramic, and one of them's a dentist, and the other one is a mariachi, and the other one is I saw one yesterday. It was Teddy Roosevelt. It was a Teddy Roosevelt tequila bottle. But these are not that way. These are tequilas that not only can you enjoy, but you can keep buying them, and they're really affordable. At where in the past they would be like one-offs, so you need limited run, and so that's why I ask, who's having so much fun with this stuff that they keep coming. You guys keep coming up with these different personalities, because these tequilas have different personalities as far as I'm concerned.
And each one really needs to stand out that way as well in their markets. We work with a lot of bars and restaurants, and they all have their own needs as well. And it's one of the areas that we feel that we're very competitive in, as far as, us against other brands on the market, because we're able and willing to work with the bars and restaurants on local levels, get them what they need to help market the product. And we do a lot of work with it. These are some of the menus that we do. We've done for sports bars, things like that, where we try and include Tony in what we're doing. So,
I'm gonna get another bottle from Tony.
But and everybody, has their own unique style as well, and so we try and work with them to fit their individual needs, and also market our products. So.
As a small family business, and now that you guys have been doing it for now, how long has Del Bravo been in existence? It's been about 3 years.
It's almost
now?
4 years now. We started the Tequila Aficionado brand around 2003. Not that far back. We were using some other tequilas from the same distillery at the time for our restaurants, and then decided that we wanted to go ahead and make our own tequila. So after a few years of working with our restaurants, that's kind of how we got into it. But Del Bravo, for about 4 years now, we've been selling Penasco in the United States, and have moved forward with the other brands. Like I said, this year we're looking at doing some other things as well that are going to fill the need. Here's some other initiatives.
Oh, talk to me. Give us the scoop. Well, I'll tell you what. When you're ready to announce that stuff, let us know, and we'll be more than happy to have you back on an open bar, and you can tell the tequila world. All 138 countries that we're in, that Tequila Aficionado's in, what the secret is, because it's neat. It's stuff that it's coming, but you really can't. We really can't tell you, but we can we can share a drink and hold you and tell you, if you love this, wait till you see what's coming up.
You're always welcome to come over to the house for tacos and bring it.
Yeah, whenever you need pictures. Jeez. But hey, and by the way, like I said, congratulations on that platinum medal. Feel free to put it on that Route 66 box.
We're very excited about it. It's we enjoy the recognition. It's something we're all proud of. Everybody in our company is very proud to receive an award like that, and to be able to, show that our product stands out. It's something that we always felt like was different than the rest, and we've already thrown it on our social media, and we'll be putting it on. I'm sure it'll make its way to the box somewhere. So.
Hey, right on, man, on the bandana. It'll be, that's what we admire so much about, because Tequila Aficionado, we've been at it for this is our 16th, 17th year in July. But, we still feel like a startup, and we understand how what it is. You know, you guys have been to our house a couple of times, and we understand what it's like for whether you are a startup or for somebody who's had legacy and has had things happen in his life where he's had to come up with his own brand. And startup is startup is startup. It's still the same thing, whether you've got pedigree in the business or you've been doing it for 4 years. It's still, like you said, you're knocking on doors, kissing babies, shaking hands, you know, that kind of thing. And what I love about the successful brands that we've seen, the one thing that we've seen consistently is the out of the box thinking, because that's what we're all about at Tequila Aficionado. And it's really what Del Bravo is all about, is that it's not even over the top. It really is out of the box. You know, the thinking and the type of advertising and cross promoting that you guys do. And I love that about Del Bravo. It's one of the things that I really enjoy about watching this business, is watching how other companies promote and market themselves, and how much can you really do on a shoestring, because we're tying our shoes with the same string, pal, let me tell you.
You know, now the way things are with social media, it definitely helps us out a lot, all the smaller brands. It helps us connect more direct with each individual market and who our consumer is. But
which ones are you on? Which ones can anybody find you?
Yeah,
name them.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and we do a lot of Periscope. We like to Periscope and include people in there.
Oh, you dog! Thanks for flipping over on this platform. Love this.
Yeah, this is great.
This is
a great
cool
way to communicate with a lot of people. So, and that's what we found, is that a lot of our customers really like to be involved in our events, even when they can't be there. So we do a lot of work with the Tejano music industry in Texas, and our following through there, they like to be with us quite a bit. The Cowboy fan clubs as well. They try and follow us everywhere we go, and things that we're doing. So, and they'll travel with us as well. If they find out we're doing events in different cities, they pack up and go along with us. They really like some of the stuff that we do.
Oh, no kidding! Wow.
You can't ask for more than loyal fans.
That's what do you call it? The Del Bravo Del Bravo rally, the roadie. Wow, check that out. That's cool. Now,
get groupies.
You guys have groupies. Maybe what you need next is touring shirts. You know, that say Del Bravo groupies. You know, or something like that. Somebody sent me a racing shirt, a bike racing shirt years ago, and I still have it. It never fit because the sleeves are really small. But it said tequila on it. It's very colorful. You know, anything later on in the for that. I know you do a lot of motorcycle rallies. You do any bicycle rallies, things like that? Or
we're kind of looking into doing some stuff with bicycles. We sponsor and work with some other race events that aren't bicycle related. They're triathlons and running road races as well. We do quite a bit of stuff. We're always open to ideas and unique ways to get out to our market. And a lot of it is it's people that we already know that want us to be involved, and that we found out, we've met in different areas that say, hey, why don't you guys come and be a part of this event? We like what you're doing. Come and join us. And we always get involved. Anybody who asks us to do anything, we always want to be involved with. So it's something that we enjoy doing. It helps us give back to what, their loyalty in our brand as well. So.
Well, I gotta tell you that while we were at the Route 66 casino in New Mexico, during our Dia de los Muertos tour, we met these guys. I don't know if you've seen the videos. You can see all the videos. You can binge watch all the videos of our trip on our YouTube channel at Tequila Aficionado. But we met a couple of guys who were headed for a car rally.
That Fairlane was sweet. We pulled up. I was driving the RV. We pulled up. He got out to pump the gas, and I saw the Fairlane and I bolted for it.
Because she loves classic cars, you know.
I love muscle cars and classic cars, but I bolted for it because I thought, you know what, this is the perfect photo op for Route 66. So I yelled to him, get the Route 66 when you're done. And so I went over and I stopped the guys, and they were clearly going in for
they were going for a burger. Yeah,
they were going for a burger, and I held them up and I was like, would you guys let us take some pictures of your car? And they're like, what?
Well, these guys, they had their own businesses, and they were headed for a car rally. Where were they? Lake Havasu?
Lake Havasu.
Lake Havasu.
Yeah.
And apparently this is a big car rally that happens every year during that time, which I'd never heard of anyway, because I have yet to go to Lake Havasu. But
he doesn't know anything about cars.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was a funny thing is that they were parked next to a car that was souped up that my father had when he was like younger than me, when he was first driving in Southern California, and it was a souped up car. So they let us film them, and then we gave them a bottle, that because you guys were kind enough to come with us, and that's what it's for, right? They loved it. They
were
thought,
so tickled.
Yeah, they thought it was. So I think that's kind of like an untapped market for you guys is these car rallies, because the bike rally is almost a given, right? But the car rallies are just as cool. And these were older gentlemen. They were my age, your dad's age, but they were so cool about letting us film and what they've done with the car, and it was clean. I mean, we looked under the hood, and you could eat off of there, Yeah. I'm just saying those car rallies.
It was fun.
Check it out, Lake Havasu. That's a beer rally. Well, in lieu of bike rallies and things like that, because
I'm sure they have enough bike rallies.
Yeah, well,
scrambling to get them there.
I hope so, because I spent 18 years in New Mexico, and there are bike rallies just about every weekend.
With some car show type stuff in the Dallas area, and also in Colorado as well. So there's definitely ways to get out there, and people find our product in different markets. For sure.
Maybe a tequila in a car bottle. I don't know, Hot Wheels and things like that. Pretty soon you're going to find these guys at Comic-Con. I don't know why,
Because then the minis would be like Hot Wheels size.
It'd be like Hot Wheel size. Little Hot Wheel minis. We want a penny for every one of those that you hand out or sell, okay?
Larry's probably already thought of it.
Larry already beat us to it.
Yeah.
Tell everybody out there, Brad, when as a small brand, a small family-owned brand, what kind of challenges do you guys get? Like what's a consistent challenge that you've had to overcome that stands out? Because obviously as startups all have similar problems, but is there something that stands out for you that you've overcome, or that what's a because a lot of times it's interesting. We've had a couple of startups and relatively young companies as importer companies and beverage companies that have been on, and they all kind of say, I think what you have to say for those people is instructional for anybody else that comes along and watches this show and goes, hey, this is how they've overcome this problem, or this is something similar that they think they're the only ones. Maybe.
Okay, you have to let them talk. After you ask the question, you have to let them talk.
I know, but it's just I'm really passionate about this kind of stuff.
It's actually I love the question because it's something that most family brands like this deal with. We all have our own challenges, but probably our number one challenge is on the local level in liquor stores. Um, bars are always receptive to hearing what you're able to do for them. And as long as you're willing to do for them, then they're usually willing to help you out. And liquor stores, the challenge, the number one challenge is what they tell us is, well, we've never heard of your brand, and who else carries it? Is it in the big chain stores yet? And so it's kind of a double-edged sword. They don't want you to be in the big chain stores, because then they won't be able to sell your product. But then if you're not in the big chain stores, then nobody knows about you. So then why do they want to bring you in? And so it's the biggest challenge. And the way we've overcome it, and the way that our distributors have taken notice, is our marketing and what we do to help support, whether it's the bars or restaurants or the liquor stores, and fulfilling all their needs and giving back, and trying to help them push the product out the door so it's not sitting on the shelf. So that's the number one for everybody. Everybody wants to make sure it's not going to sit there.
What does that consist of when you say helping them move the product? What specifically are you doing differently at each of these accounts?
Everyone is different. Everybody asks for something different. Definitely tastings. It's the number one way to let people try your product and let them see what you have. And the customers walk in the door, and you do a liquor store tasting where you're sampling the product. That sells the product. If your product, has the quality where people are going to want to try it out, then you're usually, it's just getting people to try it is the first challenge. And once they try it, and getting them to buy it, and supporting whether it's events specific to those liquor stores. There's liquor stores that have asked us to be a part of their events because they know that we're willing to help out. And we do a lot of things like Tequila 101 to help support in different markets, where we'll either do educational classes at different accounts, bars and restaurants, things like that, to help promote, and you get to meet the owner of the brands that way, and the customers really appreciate finding out about these events and participating as well. They get to go out and meet brand owners and see who it is that's making the tequila, and it's an.
Is it always you that does these, or
he actually does most of them? He does a lot of the. That stuff. He really enjoys doing like Tequila 101 type things, and doing the face-to-face with the customers. He's very passionate about the brand.
He's very He's very good at that.
And so it's just kind of a natural fit for him. He really enjoys doing it, and for him to be able to explain what goes into the brands and where they come from and why they are the way they are, and why, ours stand out above others. And he's great at it. And I try and at least emulate as much as I can from what he's doing. And, our whole office is excited about all of our brands. We try and be as much involved in all of our events and things going on as possible. Everybody really is behind us on what we're doing, and so we get all of our guys from the office out to events. They help us with different things as well, and we some of the artists and people that we work with. We also work with a stunt guy out of Austin. His name is Dr. Danger. He helps us promote mostly Route 66, but he promotes all of our brands. he's with us. He at all of our events. He helps us move our office if we need it moved.
Have him give a Route 66 bottle to Robert Rodriguez, and next time he works on one of his movies. Holy cow! Well, that you guys, I gotta say, it's always with Larry and with you. It's always a well thought out plan. I know you've got stuff going out and rolling out. What should we look forward to before we wrap this up? What should we look forward to?
Tell us about the new one.
Yeah, tell us about what's coming up for Del Bravo. Because we're right now. This is March. Are you guys going to be in Texas or in San Antonio during fiestas, for instance, or what do we have to look forward to in the coming months? When spring is here and
we're doing a lot of events. We've got a motorcycle rally up in Bandera coming up at the end of this month, and then Diva Tequila turns 2 years old in May, so we're going to celebrate her. We're going to have events in all the major cities in Texas, as well as a few other places. So stay at least tuned to our social media and find out where you can be a part of Diva Tequila birthday party.
Wow, that should be a blast.
As far as new products, we're committed to Del Bravo and seeing Del Bravo coming out, and we're hoping to get it out this year. It's something that we're very proud of, the quality of the product, and we're just kind of itching to share it with everybody. So,
hey, tipping off the cuff. I'll want dibs on the first couple of bottles.
It's I guess somewhere on here. I guess I don't have it here with me.
Oh, you're going to show it to us. Show me.
Show me the mother. We've got on Twitter. We're Del Bravo Tequila on Twitter, so you could see images of the bottles and all that there. So, and also on Facebook and. But it's that's probably
I know you want to say
most likely next in line, but I'm not going to make anything official. So, you're
not
right. We're working on a brother to the Diva product right now. So.
No!
Something a little different style, something that'll be unique and.
Bro line.
Yeah, we'll be letting everybody get a glimpse of that probably in the next couple months. So.
I can't wait. Oh my gosh. Brad, thanks for coming on.
Well, we appreciate the opportunity to share our brands and share what we've got going on. We're excited about everything that we're doing. We've been working hard at trying to get our brands out there and let people find out about us. It's definitely not an easy job, and we've a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and families waiting up late at night for us, and all of that, just like everybody else. So it's exciting. It's a fun business. It's probably one of the funnest things I've ever done, and I know as far as what my father's put into it and what what he's done, he really enjoys it. He wants to see everything succeed. We're dedicated to it, and so is all of our staff. So we're not going to stop.
If we've learned anything from Del Bravo, you guys are definitely for the long haul.
Yeah, we appreciate the opportunity. We appreciate even being able for you guys to sample our products, and then to win a couple of awards from you guys is very exciting. And we try and share that with everybody as much as possible. And one of the things that for me, I'm very appreciative of what you guys are doing for the tequila industry, because it's something different than what anybody else is doing, and you guys are giving a voice to brands like us that kind of have gotten lost in the mix, and it helps us get recognized. And by these medias, it's really helped us in our markets get out to people as well. And whether it's through our individual consumer basis or distributors, wholesalers, things like that, we've had a lot of people tell us that how happy they are to see that you guys have recognized us. So we appreciate it.
Well, certainly our pleasure. Certainly our pleasure.
Yeah, it was a lot of work.
Yeah, it was a lot of work.
It is, but
don't think that it is.
You guys were up against some stiff.
You guys were up against some stiff.
Hands down, you beat them.
Hands down, you beat them.
So if anybody's watching this,
pay
attention to Del Bravo.
Pay attention to Del Bravo and
Some of that.
Yeah, get some.
Some of this.
Yeah, get some
motorcycle.
the motorcycle roots.
You won't be sorry.
You won't be sorry. You'll
Great
have
conversation.
Great conversation.
Bottom line, it's a hell of a.
Bottom line, it's a hell of a.
Thank you. Enjoy
Worth
it.
the medal.
Yeah.
And worth the medal.
Stay tuned to all of our social media if you want to come out to our events, and we'd be happy to meet with anybody and discuss our tequilas with anybody out there. So if you're in some of our areas, we're getting ready now to ship to California. It's the next state to come online, and all of our products should be out there probably by the end of this month. So in April, you can start finding it on the shelves out in California. And we also are in the process of getting approved in a few other states as well. Most of those states out east. We're also looking in the southeast as well. And we're hoping to be in another handful of states within the next 3 or 4 months. So if you're out there looking for products, definitely ask for it. Ask at the liquor stores and tell them you heard about it and you want it.
Look for the Del Bravo guy with the bike rack. With his bike up. Do you carry yours at the rear?
I usually keep it in the rear. In our company van, I keep it on the inside of the van, and so I travel with it pretty much anywhere. I make sure it goes with me everywhere I go.
Well, keep taking pictures. Let us know how where you are, where we can support the brands, and
we'll be sure to post all the links to all you brands' social media networks when we post this.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you so much for taking the time from Puerto Peñasco. That was Bradley Large on Open Bar. Go get Diva, go get Peñasco, and go get Route 66. If you get nothing else, get this Platinum Award winner. You're not going to be sorry.
And look for Del Bravo coming soon. Thanks, Bradley.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for being on.